Good morning and welcome to the regular meeting of City Council for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Would the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin?
Here.
Mr. Coghill?
Here.
Ms. Gross? Here. Mr. Mosley?
Here. How was your trip, man?
Mrs. Cale Smith? Mrs. Strasburger?
Here.
Mrs. Warwick? Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Here. 7
members present.
Thank you. Next, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our next order of business is to amend the agenda. Is there a motion to amend?
So move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is amended. Our next order of business is proclamations. I have one in conjunction with all members to present. So with all those here for National CDBG Week, please come forward and stand to the left. And given that I believe we have an organization representative of every council district, council members can either come forward now if you would like, or you could sit, make remarks, however you so choose. And then we'll come forward for the presentation. So come all the way up and fill in.
My district, Huggin Anthony. This is my district, Huggin Anthony.
So as everyone comes forward, we wanted to highlight the importance of CDBG dollars coming into our city, as this is National CDBG Week. We wanted to highlight at least one organization from every district. I'll begin with the proclamation. Then I believe Director Cornell is here. I'll offer him an opportunity to speak, and we'll offer members an opportunity as well. Whereas the week of April 1st through 5th, 2024 has been designated as National Community Development Week to celebrate the Community Development Block Grant Program. And whereas the CDBG program provides annual funding and flexibility to local communities to provide decent, safe, and affordable housing, a suitable living environment, and economic opportunities to low and moderate income people. And whereas over the past 3 years, the city of Pittsburgh has received over $41.5 million in CDBG funds and has funded a variety of projects that have directly benefited our citizens and neighborhoods. And whereas over the past 3 years, Pittsburgh City Council and the Mayor's Office awarded $1.8 million in CDBG funds as public service grants to area nonprofits that provide vital public services to the Pittsburgh community. And whereas the City of Pittsburgh would like to highlight the beneficial work done in support of low and moderate income residents by organizations such as Allegheny YMCA, Pittsburgh Musical Theater, Southside Slopes Neighborhood Association, Tree of Life Open Bible Church, Poor Law of Greater Hazelwood, ACH Clear Pathways, Lawrenceville United, Jewish Family and Community Services, and Easton Cooperative Ministries, among many other organizations that received CDBG funding in the past 3 years. Now therefore be it resolved that the City of Pittsburgh designates the week of April 1st through the 5th, 2024 as National Community Development Week in support of this valuable program that has made tremendous contributions to the viability of the housing stock, infrastructure, public services, and economic well-being of our city. And be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh urges the United States Congress and the Biden administration to recognize the outstanding work being done locally and nationally with CDBG by supporting increased funding for the program in fiscal year 2025. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations all. If you would give a few remarks, and then if maybe one representative of every organization can introduce your organization, give us a little bit about yourself, and then I'll turn it over to members if they would like to add anything.
Thank you. My name is Kelly Russell. I'm the Assistant Director for Community Development. First, I just want to thank all these groups for taking time out your busy days to come here and be recognized for all the great work that you do on behalf of the city. I want to thank City Council for all the distributions you do for the public service grants. And I'm just going to turn it over and let the groups do the speaking. So thank you.
Thank you, Council, for awarding ACH Clear Pathways with this proclamation. Our mission is to nurture creativity through visual and performing arts to youth and community in the Hill District, and we have been able to do that through the revitalization of the Kaufman Center, so we appreciate that.
I'm Colleen Doina from Pittsburgh Musical Theater, and these are all our wonderful team members here. And I would like to extend our gratitude to the City of Pittsburgh, to Pittsburgh City Council, and especially Teresa Cale-Smith for their support and advocacy on behalf of PMT. We deeply appreciate the grant as it creates opportunities for youth in the West End and students throughout the city. Thanks to this funding, PMT has been able to offer educational programs to hundreds of students over the past years. Thank you so much.
Hi, Dave Bringen, Executive Director of Lawrenceville United. Our mission is to improve and protect quality of life for all Lawrenceville residents. Joined here by Emma Gamble and Brianna Johnson. And CDBG funds have helped us support the Lawrenceville Farmers Market for the last 2 years, which serves over 500 people every week. We allow people to expand their purchasing power for SNAP and EBT by 40%. And it's also just a community gathering place where people can access a variety of resources. So very appreciative to Council for this proclamation and to Councilwoman Gross for honoring us.
Hello, I'm Pastor Lance Rhodes from Tree of Life Open Bible Church, and I want to also extend my thanks to our members of City Council, Anthony Coghill, and our friends. We're thankful to be in the community. Our mission is to restore, empower, activate, and love our community. We do so with food programming, recovery programming, children programming, as well as after-school programming. CDBG funds have helped us tremendously to be able to make sure we can be able to keep essential programming continuing in Brookline and the community. We believe God loves Brookline. We believe God loves the city of Pittsburgh, and we are thankful to be part of it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Nicole Harrington, and on behalf of Easton Cooperative Ministries, we are honored to be recognized and accepting such a prestige award. All of the hard work that we do at Easton Cooperative Ministries is aligned with our mission, and that is to change the lives of the people facing the impacts of poverty. So thank you all for this award.
Hello, Jason Gamble, Director of Housing for the Allegheny YMCA. Thank you, Council. We're grateful for this award in the proclamation. The Allegheny Y, we have a mission to sustain affordable housing in Allegheny County and in the North Side, as well as childcare to the many families that we serve, and we're really grateful for this. Thank you.
Hello. I want to say thank you for all of you guys, because without this these grants, I don't know how we would be able to really survive in the communities that we work for. So I want to extend my appreciation to Ms. Warwick, because she believed in us, and I'm glad she did, because there's a lot of work to be done. And I don't know if I introduced myself, but my name is Sandra Cole, and I'm from out the Hazelwood community, and I'm with an organization called Poor Law, and it stands for People of Origin Rightfully Loved and Wanted. And we focus basically on the residents more so than brick and mortar, because there's so many needs out in our community. We work with the youth as well as the seniors. We also are looking to build a co-op grocery store out in our community, because it's not a food desert, but it's food apartheid that we're fighting.
Good morning. I'm Jordan Golan, CEO of Jewish Family Community Services. I want to thank the Council for recognizing us in this way. Our organization is dedicated to supporting people through life's changes and challenges of all kinds. We work to strengthen our region's workforce, to strengthen the emotional well-being, the mental health of members of our community, and to bring foreign-born individuals to our region to help grow our region's population. And we provide a lot of services to help people who are struggling with food insecurity all over the region. So thank you for this recognition.
Are there any other groups? Yes.
Hi, I'm Jamie Zala with the Southside Slopes Neighborhood Association. I first want to thank Councilman Charlin for bringing us here today. A big part of our organization, as some people might know, Southside Slopes, very aptly named, a lot of slopes, a lot of steps. Our organization does a lot of maintenance and cleanups of those steps because it is still very vital for most people in our neighborhood to use them for their everyday lives.
Everyone, Patrick Cornell, Chief Financial Officer. In addition to all these groups, if you're part of the CD team, could you please raise your hand right now? I'm very thankful for this team. In addition to doing all of the hard work, working with these groups and getting everyone, getting our HUD funds out the door, they also have to deal with all of the compliance and working through the financials on the backside, and working with the federal government can be very difficult, but we are very thankful for them and the federal government, Housing and Urban Development, for allowing us to give these dollars out in a way that residents and citizens in the city of Pittsburgh can see, they can experience it, and they know that the impact is real. So thank you. Council President.
Thank you. Is there any member that would like to add anything? If Councilman.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. I can't say I know what each and every one of your organizations do, but it's pretty evident that you do great work. I know Pastor Lance up in Brookline. Pastor, you've been a real blessing to the Brookline community, and that money is so well spent. You'll always be able to count on my support for directing these dollars to your organization. And I also did want to say that my daughter is a proud graduate of PMT. Miss Colleen, thank you very much. To this day, she still has friends, and she's learned such valuable lessons and made such great friendships there. So I know of your work firsthand. I know that Councilwoman Kill-Smith has been very involved, and I've seen the improvements and everything you've done over the years. So thank you for what you do. Thank all of you for what you do, and you'll always be able to count on my support.
Councilwoman Smith?
I just have to say, Councilman Coghill, I was wondering why when Colleen walked in, she gave you the big hug. But I do want to say that you all do great work across the city, so thank you all for your work. And I want to recognize that PMT was also able to start a scholarship fund to get more kids from the city of Pittsburgh in the program. So they are doing tremendous work across the region. Thank you.
Thank you. And if all members would please come forward for the picture.
Wait a minute. Nikki, hi, Councilwoman. Nikki, where are you? Get up here. Get up in the front just for our newsletter. It's all about me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah. I forgot his daughter.
And Councilwoman Smith, you have two?
How's everything going? Yeah. Couple minutes. Well,
yeah, let me see.
Can we have Elliot Football please come forward?
I have a meeting till 4. So I have that, and then at 4
Thanks,
or
everyone.
something.
Thank you.
Meet at 4.
Thank you.
We can meet at 4. I think this meeting's gonna go long. I could meet at 4. Are you still there at 4?
Hey, how are you? I just got to say, Elliot started this how many years ago? 11 years ago, and they are constantly winning championships. I think you all learned from me, right? How to play, right? Yeah. Did you? Okay. That's it. Oh, hey, how are you, Justin?
Oh, you have a lunch. Oh.
Justin, we have to do one for open field, too.
Good to see you.
Together in this one. I don't know if I saw it in here. Oh, yeah, you're in here. Okay. I would just say that if you have never heard of Open Field, they do amazing work across the city of Pittsburgh. They, today, although they're doing work with Elliott, they do work in Crafton Heights and Northview Heights. Where else? Am I missing any place? Sheridan. All across the city. Open Field does a lot of work across the city of Pittsburgh with a lot of kids, getting them into sports, into positive recreations and positive activities, including sometimes coming and talking to city council. So, come over here. Don't be so afraid. Come over here. Come over here. Come over this way. Shift. Everybody shift. Get closer. No. One day I hope you're standing here reading the prop. Okay?
One day.
One day. I want to make sure. I hope I'm living. Whereas, congratulations to the Elliott West End Athletic Association Futsal Club for an awesome season. And whereas, for the past 11 years, it said it right in the prop. Elliott's futsal. I say it wrong every year. Futsal teams have played in the annual City of Pittsburgh City Sports Futsal League. And whereas, and I'm going to say the City Parks does a great job too with this, whereas the Elliott West End Athletic Association Club works closely together, learning cooperation and sportsmanship. Futsal is a fast-paced game and a great skill developer as it demands quick reflexes. That's why I probably can't play. And fast thinking, there's probably another reason. And whereas the partnership between Elliott Futsal and the Open Field in the fall of 2023 provided teams building friendly matches and collaborations with coaches, referees, and volunteers, and kids across the city of Pittsburgh. I want to make sure I mention that. And whereas this year, Elliott West End Athletic Association 15 and under team defended their title again and won the championship on February 20th against the Ambassadors 1, and the 12 and under team, who played an undefeated season, had a great game against the Ambassadors, coming in second in that championship on February 29th. And the 10 and under team, also undefeated for their season, defeated Ambassadors 10 and under on March 6th, bringing home the championship trophy again. Thank you. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby congratulate Elliott West End Athletic Association Futsal Club for a great season and commend them for creating an atmosphere that inspires our youth. And be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024 to be Elliott West End Athletic Association Futsal Club Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
May we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It is approved. Congratulations.
Well, we're gonna have you all introduced, but do you want to start? Come over here. Can you come over here? Do you want to say a few words too? Alex Fold, too. I want to see if you both want to say something. Yeah, and all three of you guys, the older guys. But I just want to say real quick, if you don't know Alex Fold, his mother was Jane Folds, who ran Pittsburgh Public Schools parent community engagement for decades. So she coached a lot of parents too. So, okay.
So I just want to thank you guys for having us down here again. I also want to give a huge shout out to John at Reams Rec Center. If you want to come up here real quick, we got a little gift for you.
Oh, I didn't see him there.
With this partnership, the last 2 years, they've been able to let us expand our program. So we have an 8U, 10U, 12U, 15 in a boys' high school. So we couldn't do that without his help using the rec center. So I definitely wanted to shout them out. And just the partnership with Open Field the last 2 years has been phenomenal for the fall and expanding the youth for futsal. That's also helping grow our league. That's about all I can say. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Bessie. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Justin, Eric, John, Miss Liz, wherever you are. That's like our team mom. She's been awesome this year. She's back there. Alex, if you want to come up.
Oh, there's Kim's family.
Well, I think Luke said it all. I thank everybody. That's all I could say is thank you, Teresa.
Yeah.
Thank you, City of Pittsburgh, for providing the league. Without city sports, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. Without the collaboration with Open Field and everybody. The players, can't go without thanking you guys. None of this happens without your hard work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And do you want to say a few words? Open Field?
Yes, good morning, Council. Thanks again for this proclamation and the opportunity. The mission of Open Field is to improve the lives and the futures of youth through sport. So through the global game of soccer, we promote life skills, leadership, girls' empowerment, and a pathway to post-secondary education. So it starts here with the futsal and with the collaboration with Elliott. We have other community leagues, girls program, and then a partnership with CCAC, where we have a club soccer team for the men, and we're starting a women's team this fall, so that all of these young people can look to going to community college here in the city, and then maybe four-year school, trade school, whatever it is. So through soccer and through partnership is really how we get this done. And I say it all the time, we look like a soccer organization, but we are a relationship organization. And so through partnership, through building relationship, we're able to achieve our mission. So thank you.
Thank you. That's great. Okay, you guys want to just come up and say your names? Do you want to say your names? Come on up, one at a time. Let's start here.
My name is Edison. My name's Ali. My name is Lavi.
Who else? Come on.
My name is Everett.
Everett. I just have to say that's a Salinetro kid if I've ever seen one.
My name is Cham.
My name is Wes. My name is Farid Dunia.
Say your name.
My name is Amani.
My name is Parker.
My name is PJ. My name is Salomon.
My name is Charles.
Anyone else? One more?
I'm Coach Eric. Hi, everyone.
So thank you all for your work. We're going to take a photo real quick. Councilman Wilson, you want to come up? Some of these kids are from your district. Just one. Councilman Wilson, you want to join us? Some of this young families from your district. Councilman Wilson? Yep. Sorry, I didn't know. Okay. He works for the mayor's office. Got it. You get to give it to your coach. Okay, that's it. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you, John, for making the center available always. You want to stay here? Oh, that's so nice, honey. He said he wants to stay here. Will Pittsburgh Girls Who Walk come up next, please? Pittsburgh Girls Who Walk? Are they here? Okay, sorry. I need you to walk. How are you? Good to see you again. Okay, where's yours? I'll give them a second. Okay. Whereas Margot Kimball founded Pittsburgh Girls Who Walk in 2022 in order to provide a safe space for women of all ages to walk. And whereas Pittsburgh Girls Who Walk meet at a new location every Sunday in order to safely show off the city of Pittsburgh. And I'm going to say she started in Mount Washington in my district where she lives. So that should be in the proc. Anyway, events are held throughout the month that help to keep the community engaged and support local businesses and organizations. And whereas most recently, the group organized a charitable walk starting at the Highland Park Reservoir, benefiting the American Cancer Society. And whereas the Pittsburgh Girls Who Walk creates a way to make connections that may not have been made otherwise. They are also a pet-friendly group and welcomes all four-legged walkers. And whereas, although their primary focus is providing a safe space to walk, the group has turned into a close-knit community that enjoys meetups, such as a crafting meetup, a supper club, or their work-from-home meetups, where those who work remotely can meet at a different coffee shop once a week and put in their workday while supporting a business. And now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby recognize Pittsburgh Girls Who Walk and commend them for providing a safe environment for women to build relationships and to see our city. And be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024 to be Pittsburgh Girls Who Walk Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
May we have a motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you for showing off our city here. I just want you to say a few words and then we'll get some photos with council members.
You know, I'm Margot Kimball. I started this about 2 years ago. As I stand here so proudly before the council and members of our city today, I wish that starting this organization was some carefully drawn up, well thought out plan. But in reality, I was just a girl with a dream and social media access 2 years ago. But because the women of Pittsburgh took a chance on me and brought their talent, their creativity, and their kindness to the table, we were able to take that dream, run with it, and create so much more than just a walking group. This is and always will be a community for women within our community to feel safe, to make connections, to be their authentic selves, and to explore the beautiful city that we call home. To be able to give back to Pittsburgh in such a way has brought so much joy into my life personally, and I know that the bonds I've made within this organization will be for life. I can only hope that our organization continues to grow so that we may continue finding both big and small ways to make a difference here. I can't thank Councilwoman Kale Smith enough for the opportunity to be here today, and I will never be able to give enough thanks to the city of Pittsburgh and all the smart, driven, funny, and all-around wonderful women here for everything that they've given to both myself and the organization. To everyone who helped us get here, and to everyone who will lead us into our bright future, happy Pittsburgh Girls Who Walk Day.
Let me get a photo. You don't tell me. We need him here all the time.
And then Councilwoman Strasburger and Councilman Charlin, I believe.
Do we have Valerie here from People's Oakland? Actually, anyone from People's Oakland who would like to join. I think there are a couple of people. Thank you. All right. We can, we're sharing this proclamation today. The building resides in Councilman Charlin's district and, serves people from all over the region. So it's a very exciting anniversary this year. Whereas People's Oakland Incorporated is a nonprofit organization founded in 1974 to address the crisis posed by the deinstitutionalization of mental health care. And whereas People's Oakland Incorporated has evolved over the past 50 years to provide comprehensive, member-driven recovery services to individuals living with chronic, severe mental health concerns. And whereas People's Oakland continues to build an organization that partners and through networks will make this region a leader in supporting people who are recovering from serious and persistent mental illness. Whereas on April 4th, 2024, People's Oakland celebrates 50 years of incorporation. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh acknowledges the remarkable contributions of People's Oakland and its members for cultivating a culture of love and creating a healing environment for our community members engaged in mental health recovery to find a place of belonging and connection. Be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Thursday, April 4th, 2024, to be People's Oakland Incorporated Day in the City of Pittsburgh.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And, I'll just say, and then I'd like to turn it over to Valerie and to Councilman Charlin, but I think we all want to live in a Pittsburgh where people can be happy, healthy, and live with dignity. And for 50 years, that is what People's Oakland has done in really, really innovative and Mormon-loving ways. And I hope you all come. Maybe I'm stealing your thunder. I hope you all come to the annual gala, which is usually in Shenley Plaza. I don't know if it'll be the same place this year. Generally in the fall time in October. So hope to see you all there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Would you like to say a few words?
People in Oakland really made a light of my life. I went to People's Oakland. I've been there about almost 7 years now. We know, members that go there, we know when people are having a bad day. We are all like family. If someone's having a bad day, we would know that they're having a bad day because we know how they are on a regular day. Staff out there are wonderful. They support everyone there. If you do something wrong, they will let you know. I just want to shout out to People's Oakland because they really helped me a whole lot. And I'm proud to be part of the organization. And as Erica said about the gala, we actually having a member gala next year, our first one, that the members are going to put on. We decided to have one for us, so we're going to have it this year, but we're going to have it next year, our first one. Thank you.
Just want to say congratulations to you and congratulations to People's Oakland here. The thing that always strikes me every time I visit People's Oakland is just how happy and how positive everyone is when you walk into the building. As you say, some people might be having a bad day, but I've never seen that there. I think there's only good days at People's Oakland. So every time I walk in there, it's shining smiles and really just appreciate all the work that happens there, and we're happy to continue supporting and let us know about the gala. Thank you.
Do all members want to join?
And we have one to be read into the record from Councilwoman Smith. Two? Sorry.
Council Member Smith presents, now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby recognize Michelle Peduto for her dedication to Catholic education, her passion for others, and her courage, and wish her a happy retirement. And be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Monday, April 1st, 2024 to be Michelle Peduto Day in the City of Pittsburgh. And Councilman Charlin presents, now therefore be resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare the month of April 2024 to be Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month in the City of Pittsburgh.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
They are approved. Councilwoman Smith, do you
Yeah, I
want to give
just want to say
comment?
real quickly, I just want to thank Michelle Peduto for all the work that she's done for the city of Pittsburgh in terms of the Catholic schools and especially when I first met her, she was working actually in St. Agnes in Oakland, where she made sure that she brought a lot of kids from the community into the school district, and she just did a tremendous job at the work that she did. So I just want to congratulate her on her retirement and wish her well in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Kim had to read the proclamation. I couldn't be there, so I apologize.
Our next order of business is public comment. I would like to remind everyone that the rules of council state that comments are limited to matters of concern, official action, or deliberation, which are or may be before city council, and profanity is not permitted. After you are called, please restate your name, provide your neighborhood for the record. You'll be given 3 minutes to speak. Our first registered speaker is Dr. Ronald Lynn Miller.
Dr. Ronald N. Miller, Belsuver, Bangkok, Thailand. In the early 2000s, I became a member of the American Anthropological Association, the American Sociological Association, and the American Psychological Association. I'm a Global Intelligence Society candidate for President 2024, globalintelligencesociety.org. Vote by voter verification and uncensored freedom of speech and public comment are key to what I do. Concern of council has to do with women. Women's History Month has just passed, but clearly a number of proclamations today have to do with this. And love in relationship to XX females and women, more of whom are cam girls, OnlyFans. See the 2024 film Confessions of a Cam Girl. Question, so you want to be a cam girl, to be film cast as a cam girl? Answer, show unclothed body images with Soma image modifications, Megan Best, Modella Suprema, Angelina Jolie, rhinoplasty, rhinodectomy, otoplasty, blepharoplasty, breast surgery, and nudity, and influencers Jen Lawrence, Kazumi Mishima, Apollonia LaPiedra, Cardi B. Best did and said I love you. Africa Hausa, Nigeria reference. Some cam OnlyFans and gangbang girls say ina son kika in their actions via coercion. That's rape. Someone else says pose, perform because I say so, you know, tell me you love me or else. Asia, Nihongo, Japan. Other cams, O-fans, and GB girls say Aishi Teru in their acts by choice. They say, I love posing, performing, know this. No one tells me not to do that. No one tells me what to do. Latin America Espanol reference. Still other camis, OFs, girls who bang say yo te amo in their activities as a career. They claim the poses, the performances make a lot of money. And Deutsch, Germany reference, a few other cammers and gangbangers say ich liebe dich in their virtual and in-person acts as a cleric. They exclaim, I pose for Jesus. I perform for Jesus. God told me to do this. If you think this is not a phenomenon that is important in the city of Pittsburgh and outside of the city of Pittsburgh, across the United States, on behalf of women, I am asking you to say something and to deal with this issue. Love your neighbor, they say, and I do.
Dr. Miller, I do not believe those comments had anything to do with City Council. Moving forward, such remarks, your mic will be cut off. Our next speaker is Katie Guarnacia. I do not see her online. She's not here in person. Our next speaker is Arkansati.
Yes, my name is Arca Santi. I live in Wilkinsburg. I'm a member of Ethnic Temple, and I see what's going on in the community, and I'm just trying to figure out a way that I could start a program for the kids. I want to bridge the gap between kids and adults, because I feel the reason why the adults are acting up is because the kids are out of control. So I don't know how to go about it. I'm just looking for some help to start the program, because if more programs aren't started, it's only going to get worse. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Our last registered speaker is Ikahana Halmalkina. You're currently muted. Ikahana remains muted. We'll go to speakers in chambers wishing to speak, and I will come back to her. If there's anyone in chambers wishing to speak, please come forward at this time. Provide your name, neighborhood for the record. You'll be given 3 minutes to speak.
Good morning. My name is Yvonne F. Brown. I live at 7-15 Mercer Street up in the Hill District. I came today because this whole week I was really upset. And you, Mr. Mosley, my reason was this, is that you just became a councilman, and then you put, you give a proclamation ahead of when we're supposed to speak on Wednesday first. As soon as they hit the gavel, we're supposed to speak. But you knew you did this. You're new, I'm saying. And you did this because they've taught you to disrespect us. Sometimes it's just me and Dr. Miller, 6 minutes, and they can't take it. They'll put me out. But the thing of it is this, I protest because when do you start having it on Monday? Okay, so I know it's Tuesday. So I come at Tuesday to speak, and you're having a hearing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Won't even come in the morning. You know something? There has been times, just like Dr. Miller has counted, 4,000 or 5,000 times that me and him have come down here. And how many times have you been on time? Very seldom. I want you, council people, if you're late, $5 $5 a minute. So that means if all it is late, that's $45 at one time. But if you're late a minute, I want $5 a minute. I'm getting upset because I think you need to know this. And Mr. Cardhill, I know I screamed at you because you seen the bad actor in the building chasing me around, screaming at me. You said, I thought she lived here. I said, no, she don't. I come down because you need to know if something like that happened, then you're supposed to go to the mayor and say, Mayor, I went. Ain't nowhere in the world they would have let Peduto with his white butt go up in a black building, give out a proclamation for another friend, a politician friend, gave Saludine's brother, who hasn't been here a whole year, and cleaning up in front of August Wilson, but in front of the building, I did all around. And nobody has given me anything. Of course, I'm going to put in for it, even though I probably won't get it. And you, Miss Smith, when they said CMU came, you were here on time. You're never on time. Then you laughed at the president about your son working there. Then you have the ignorant president, Mr. Miller had his stuff sitting there to take it and move it. They treat us like we're dirt, but this is our chamber. Please understand. You may do whatever you want in here, but I know the law. The chamber is the people's. This is the people's room. We're supposed to be able to come and tell you what we need.
Thank you. Next speaker, please. Please begin your remarks.
Please finish all your sad conversations first.
Please begin or we'll
Yeah,
move on.
start the time. Because I'm tired of paying you people. Okay? I'm tired of paying you. And for what? Well, what do you wait for what? What am I paying you for? This is getting sickening. We come in here and tell you the truth, and look. You want to take $5,000 away from Shepherd's Heart? Nah. Give Shepherd's Heart $5,000. Reclaiming my time. What's going on? Give Shepherd Heart that $5,000 back, and on top of that, give him another $5,000. If you ever been homeless in Pittsburgh, you know that Shepherd's Heart deserves the money more than anybody else, for real. Is this planned? Because this happened the last time I was here. There was a bunch of sad conversations and chaos, and popcorn came out the ceiling and shit. What's going on? You think this is funny? Am I supposed to think this is funny? Yo, could you shut up? Please, for a second? It's hard to concentrate. It's kind of like living with bass heads down here. Every time you start talking something serious, something's going on behind you and in your ears. And then people are staring at you wondering, what's he so mad for? Wouldn't you be a little upset? You people know what righteous indignation is? And you as president, dude, I know you're not serious. You're not serious. So stop. All these programs, dude talked about bridging the difference between childhood and adulthood, but I ain't heard of no program to get these low-income kids with crackhead mothers, a driver's license when they graduate high school so they have a viable chance.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sam Schmidt. I'm a resident of Bellevue in District 13. Sorry, that's County Council. Anyway, I'm an advocate for homeless people here in Pittsburgh, and I just wanted to give you some updates since the last time that I spoke. I also just want to thank you, President Lavelle, for giving me an extended time last time I spoke. I was very emotional, and I apologize to all of you for that, but obviously genuine authenticity comes out sometimes. So things are moving along, and we're still waiting to hear back about the tiny home communities, which I'll touch on in just a second. But for today's comment, I just want to recognize three different people whose interactions in the last couple of weeks have really been, have given me some insight. First of all, last week I did lose 2 more of our community members, one of whom was named Mark Kovach. He was somebody that I met back in December. He was COVID positive, and nobody in the outreach community knew what to do with him because he needed shelter space, and there were no shelter spaces for people who were COVID positive. So he stayed in an abandoned building for the first and worst couple days of his COVID illness until Ben Talek from Roots, the city's outreach team, was able to work with me to find him accommodation in Ammon Rec Center, which is our code blue shelter. Sadly, Mark passed away last week. He was one of 2 Marks to die last week. He was the same age as me, 37, and somebody who was really kind, helpful, sweet, and caring. So I just want to recognize him and honor that. I want to bring up another conversation that I had last Sunday, distributing food, clothes, and supplies downtown. I met a lady named JoJo. She has recently become homeless in Pittsburgh. She'd recently started living on the street. I connected her with a tent and some survival supplies so that she has some kind of shelter while she's doing that. But I didn't prompt her to, but she did ask about the tiny home communities and if I knew anything about that and what a promising idea that it was. And so I just want you all to know that people are watching the news. They are waiting for these solutions and hopeful about it. So they can't come soon enough. I know I say that, I'm probably like a broken record to you all, but just so you know, people are waiting. And then really quickly, I want to talk about a local faith leader who I'm not going to name because I didn't ask her for permission to tell this story. But she's prominent in the community, and she reached out to me a few weeks ago now to one of the members of her congregation was experiencing homelessness. And I connected her with every resource that the city and the community had available to try to get that person into shelter. After driving him around all day, she checked in at 4 different shelters. She had to leave him on the street, just so y'all know that. And she, I think, is becoming radicalized for that reason, just seeing our failure. So in summary, let's not pay lip service. Let's take everything that I'm saying really seriously, and let's do what we can for our homeless neighbors. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Good morning, Special Agent Sunshine here. The last time I was here, I was only given 1 minute to speak, and I didn't understand why. When the Sunshine Act allows us to speak for 3, I'll wait. I return to sender any spell work sent towards me in this chambers 1 trillion times. If you can't handle the backfire, stop sending it, because I'm going to send it back with more power every time I come up here. God knew this would be a lifelong struggle for us. This homelessness situation is lifelong, really, because nothing's being done here about it, so it just continues. I want to talk about being thankful. I'm thankful for everything. That's why I'm still standing here. Regardless of what you send, how you send it, I'm still standing. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, be thankful in all circumstances, for this is God's will. Colossians 3:17 says, whatever you do, give thanks. Philippians 4:6 says, in every situation with thanksgiving, present your requests to the Lord. Lord, I just want to live in peace, period. Thank you for covering me. In the rain, I'm still covered. My prayer is, Jesus, my life today is not ideal, but I can be thankful regardless. May I choose to praise you in the midst of every situation. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joseph J. First and foremost, I want to say what's up to Eminem. That would be Brother Melvin and Brother Mose. right? I appreciate y'all. Who else reached out to me? Oh, the sister that just reached out to me. Before I start, I want to say something because I just had an incident with the police officer, right? The one thing you can't do to people in here is expect people to be more professional than the professional. And this gentleman was just extremely unprofessional, right? But I'll deal with that at the OMI. So let's get started. My name is Joseph J. I run a nonprofit organization for ex-offenders. It's called Succeeding in Life After Prison. The acronym is spelled SILAP, but it's pronounced SLAP. I'm on all the social media platforms, so anybody could go in there and easily verify what I do. The biggest thing I got working right now is my outreach initiative for homeless individuals. That is my city back there behind the casino on the trail. I have been attacked. I have been done everything. The city has received over $40 million for homeless people, right? Ain't none of that came to me. Ain't nobody came to me and say, bro, we like what you're doing. Let's get this. We could do this everywhere. Because I told y'all, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. Regardless of what anybody say. You're going to see these cities going up by me. I had no help and no money. But that city is exotic. That city is the stuff. And it works. But I've been attacked by the city. And now I'm calling the city out. Period. Because you got $40 million. The homeless situation has done nothing but got worse. Make that make sense? How y'all got $40 million and the situation's gotten worse, but I got no dollars and I got it better? Make that make sense? We got the Commons over here. Everybody know how the Commons was over a year ago. Who cleaned that park out? Me. Did I get any type of thank you or anything? No, I did not, right? What I got? Harassment. Beautiful thing about that is I'm on social media, so I record everything and I post everything, right? So we get ready to go through a big thing because the city came down there and took my dog because they want me off the property. So they besmirched me. They did a little bit more. They defamed me, and I could prove it, right? That's why I deal with the people I deal with, like Sam, Bethany, and all of them. So not only do I have my recording, I have my backing. And I'm not playing. And I'm not going nowhere. And I'm building people to be just like me. We need to be here fighting the good fight. Right? I'm not going to sit here and call nobody out, point at nobody, nothing. Because as far as I'm concerned, we all in this together. So the finger pointing and all that ain't going to help nothing. Right? But if you're wrong, you're wrong. And you shouldn't have no issue with nobody telling you you're wrong. Because you're not better than nobody. And that goes for you too as well, officer. You're not better than nobody. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further speakers? Any further speakers in chambers? If not, I want to try to go back to Ikahana Hal Malkina. Not sure what's wrong, but she remains on mute. Therefore, we will move on to presentation of papers, beginning with Councilman Charlin, Chair of Human Resources.
One new paper, Mr. President.
Councilperson Charlin presents Bill 322, Resolution further amending Resolution Number 886 of 2021, effective December 27th, 2021, as amended, entitled Resolution Adopting and Approving the 2022 Capital Budget and the 2022 Community Development Block Grant Program and the 2022 through 2027 Capital Improvement Program, to remove Pittsburgh contingency as a grant recipient and add Birmingham Foundation as a grant recipient, along with Voices Against Violence, and authorizing a subsequent agreement for a total cost of $10,000.
Thank you. Councilman Coghill, Chair of Public Safety and Wellness.
Thank you, Mr. President. Hi, Daniel.
Councilman Coghill presents Bill 321, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of the Major Cities Chiefs Association in an amount not to exceed $7,500 for payment of annual member dues. And Bill 335, Ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code of Ordinances, Title I, Administrative, Article 3, Organization, Chapter 135, Department of City Planning, Section 135.01, City Planning Commission as head, Supervision, and 135.02, Powers and Duties of Commission, to amend the supervisory responsibility for the Department of City Planning.
And Councilwoman Gross, Chair of Innovation, Performance, Asset Management, and Technology.
No new papers, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Mosley, Chair of Intergovernmental Educational Affairs.
No new papers, Mr. President.
And Councilwoman Cale Smith, Chair of Recreation, Youth, and Senior Services.
No new papers, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilwoman Strasburger, Chair of Finance and Law.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilperson Strasburger presents Bill 323, Resolution amending Resolution 703 of 2023, effective 10/31/2003, authorizing the mayor and the city solicitor to enter into an amended professional services agreement with Fisher Phillips LLP for legal services in connection with collective bargaining by increasing the approved amount by $85,000 for an amended total cost not to exceed $385,000 over 3 years. Bill 324, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of the Allegheny County Department of Court Records for the purpose of adding funds to a designated drawdown account for filing legal papers on behalf of the City of Pittsburgh for an amount not to exceed $8,000 over 1 year. Bill 325, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Ejetta Robertson and attorneys Ainsman Levine LLC for a single payment in 2024 in an amount not to exceed $25,000 in full and final settlement of litigation filed in the Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas. And Bill 326, Resolution further amending Resolution number 857 of 2023, effective December 27th, 2023, as amended, entitled, Resolution adopting and approving the 2024 capital budget, the proposed 2024 community development program, and the 2024 through 2028 capital improvement program by reducing Charles Anderson Bridge by $1,350,000, increasing completed streets by $577,299.53, increasing flood projects by $294,428.08, and increasing slope failure remediation by $478,272.39.
And Councilwoman Warwick, Chair of Public Works and Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilwoman Barbara Warwick presents Bill 327, Resolution providing for the issuance of a warrant in favor of Laswell Steel in the amount of $23,500 for the purpose of replacement of all missing handrails at Mon Wharf Switchback Pedestrian Bridge and providing for the payment of the cost thereof.
And Councilman Wilson, Chair of Land Use and Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilman Bobby Wilson presents Bill 328, Resolution providing for the designation as an historic site under Title 11 of the Code of Ordinances that certain site known as Beth Abraham Cemetery located at 800 Stewart Avenue in Overbrook in the 32nd Ward, City of Pittsburgh. The owner of the property supports the nomination and there is no cost to the city.
Thank you. And on behalf of myself.
Councilman R. Daniel Lavelle presents Bill 334, Communication from the City Controller Rachel Heisler submitting a performance audit of the Pittsburgh Public Parking Authority, commonly known as the Pittsburgh Parking Authority, dated March 2024.
We need a motion to read, receive, and file.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Now on to unfinished business.
Council President, I apologize for not catching this. Can I waive Rule 8 on Bill 322?
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill 322 322, right?
Yep.
Will appear on tomorrow's agenda.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Our next order of business is reports on committee for final action, beginning with Councilwoman Strasburger, presenting on the Committee of Finance and Law.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilperson Erica Strasburger presents Bill 316, Report of the Committee on Finance and Law for March 25th, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 217, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Network Deposition Services for legal transcript services for an amount not to exceed $1,977.13 over 1 year. Bill 218, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Spillman, Thomas & Battle, PLLC, for expert legal services in connection with a litigation matter in the United States District Court for the Western District of Pennsylvania for an amount not to exceed $8,491.50 over 1 year. Bill 219, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Michael D. McDowell, Esquire, for arbitration services for an amount not to exceed $3,800 for over 1 year. Bill 220, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Adil Sharif Al-Ghawari in an amount not to exceed $3,400 over 1 year in full and final settlement of a claim for damage to his parked vehicle from a city ES recycling vehicle on April 21st, 2023. Bill 270, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of James A. Janko III and his attorney Joel S. Sansone for a single payment in 2024 in an amount not to exceed $175,000 in full and final settlement of litigation filed in the United States District Court for the Western District of Pennsylvania. Bill 271, Resolution providing for the sale of certain property acquired by the City of Pittsburgh at tax sales. Items A through Y. 3344 Webster Avenue, 5322 Kincaid Street, 6569 Odessa Place, 219 Meadow Street, 6990 Leamington Avenue, 6986 Leamington Avenue, 7227 Kedron Street, 7700 Kelly Street, 704 Brushton Avenue, 7715 Kelly Street, 0 Kelly Street, 7819 Kelly Street, 7831 Kelly Street, 550 Chorus Street, 7828 Tioga Street, 519 through 521 Rosedale Street, 6824 Fifth Avenue, 106 Giddings Street, 5146 Chaplin Street, or Chaplin Way, 503 Climax Street, 871 Climax Street, 443 Vandalia Street, 3228 McClure Avenue, 1936 Noblestown Road, 1206 Amanda Street. Bill 272, Resolution providing for the conveyance by the City of Pittsburgh of certain property having been placed for sale to adjoining property owners in conjunction with the City of Pittsburgh Side Yard Program. Items A through L. 3330 McNeil Place, 5014 Jordan Way, 5022 Jordan Way, 0 North Graham Street, 5404 Kincaid Street, 16 Shetland Avenue, 605 Lincoln Avenue, 24 Regina Street, 521 Climax Street, 512 Harker Street, 515 Lovelace Street, 0 Jacunda Street. Bill 273, Resolution repealing an item in Resolution number 807 of 2023, effective date December 7th, 2023, in order to rescind the sale. Bill 274, Resolution repealing an item in Resolution number 805 of 2023, effective December 7th, 2023, in order to rescind the sale. Bill 299, Resolution authorizing the mayor and the city solicitor to enter into an agreement or agreements with Thomson Reuters for subscription to an online legal research tool at a cost not to exceed $133,010.28 over a term of 4 years.
Thank you. You've heard the reading and the titles of the bills. Is there any discussion on the bills? If not, the bills are now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bills will vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin?
Aye.
Mr. Coghill?
Aye.
Ms. Gross?
Aye.
Mr. Mosley?
Aye.
Mrs. Kale Smith?
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger?
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Aye.
9 ayes.
The bills having received the legally required numbers of votes is passed finally. That takes us to Councilman Anthony Coghill, presenting on the Committee of Public Safety and Wellness.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilman Anthony Coghill presents Bill 317, Report of the Committee on Public Safety and Wellness for March 25th, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 264, Ordinance amending Ordinance Number 25 of 2016, amending and supplementing the Pittsburgh City Code, Title 8, Fire Prevention by altering Chapter 802, Fire Safe Building Inspection Program in order to modify accreditation requirements applicable thereto. And Bill 265, Resolution amending Resolution 590 of 2021, which authorized the mayor and the director of public safety to enter on behalf of the city of Pittsburgh into a professional services agreement or agreements with Operation Better Block for the purpose of implementation of the Pittsburgh Group Violence Intervention Street Outreach Program by increasing the approved amount by $200,000 for an amended total cost not to exceed $433,333 over 5 years.
You have heard the reading and the title of the bills. Is there any discussion? If none, the bills are now ready for final action. All in favor of the bills will vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin?
Aye.
Mr. Coghill?
Aye.
Ms. Gross?
Aye.
Mr. Mosley?
Aye.
Mrs. Kale Smith?
No on Bill 0265. Aye on all other bills.
Mrs. Strasburger?
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Aye.
On Bill 264, 9 ayes. On Bill 265, 8 ayes, 1 no.
The bills having received the legally required numbers of votes is passed finally. That takes us to Councilman Bobby Wilson, presenting on the Committee of Land Use and Economic
Thank you,
Development.
Mr. President.
Councilman Bobby Wilson presents Bill 318, Report of the Committee on Land Use and Economic Development for March 25th, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 275, Resolution further amending Resolution Number 840 of 2021, effective January 1st, 2020, as amended, entitled Resolution adopting and approving the 2020 capital budget and the 2020 Community Development Block Grant Program and the 2020 through 2025 Capital Improvement Program so as to decrease Shepherd's Heart Fellowship by $5,000 and increase Urban League by $5,000 so as to fund specific public service grant projects of the Mayor's Office and authorize a subsequent agreement or agreements. Bill 276, Resolution further amending Resolution Number 886 of 2021, effective December 27th, 2021, as amended, entitled Resolution adopting and approving the 2022 capital budget and the 2022 Community Development Block Grant Program and the 2022 through 2027 Community or Capital Improvement Program so as to decrease protecting and restoring the order of mankind with the initiative of serving elders by $5,000 and increase Urban League of Greater Pittsburgh by $5,000 so as to fund specific public service grant projects of the Mayor's Office and authorize a subsequent agreement or agreements. Bill 278, Resolution authorizing the Mayor and the Director of the Department of City Planning to enter into an agreement or agreements with the U.S. Conference of Mayors for the purpose of receiving and spending grant funds in the amount of $250,000 to expand the city's composting pilot. Bill 279, resolution amending resolution number 97 of 2023, further amending resolution number 877 of 2021, authorizing the mayor and the Department of Permits, Licenses, and Inspections to enter into an amended agreement or agreements with Ath Power Consulting Corporation to provide customer service and soft skills training to the department staff by increasing the approved amount by $45,000 for an amended total cost not to exceed $123,150 over 4 years.
You've heard the reading and the title of the bills. Is there any discussion? If none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bills will vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin?
Aye.
Mr. Coghill?
Aye.
Ms. Gross?
Aye.
Mr. Mosley?
Aye.
Mrs. Cale Smith?
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger?
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Aye.
9 ayes.
The bills having received the legally required numbers of votes is passed finally. That takes us to Councilwoman Gross, presenting on the Committee of Innovation, Performance, Asset Management, and Technology.
Mr. President.
Councilwoman Deb Gross presents Bill 319, Report of the Committee on Innovation, Performance, Asset Management, and Technology for March 25, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 266, Resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in favor of Power DMS, Inc. for the use of the Power DMS online policy and training management tool for the Department of Permits, Licenses, and Inspections at a cost not to exceed $5,203.44 payable over 1 year.
You have heard the reading and the title of the bills. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bill will vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin?
Aye.
Mr. Coghill?
Aye.
Ms. Gross?
Aye.
Mr. Mosley?
Aye.
Mrs. Cale Smith?
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger?
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Aye.
9 ayes.
The bill having received the legally required numbers of votes is passed finally, and that takes us to Councilman Kahari Mosley, presenting on the Committee of Intergovernmental Educational Affairs.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Councilman Kahari Mosley presents Bill 320, Report of the Committee on Intergovernmental and Educational Affairs for March 25, 2024, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill 267, Resolution amending Resolution 696 of 2023, authorizing the mayor and the director of the Department of Public Works and/or the director of the Department of Finance to extend the sublease agreement with the Housing Authority of the City of Pittsburgh for city office space at 100 Ross Street, Pittsburgh, PA 15219, for a 22-month period effective on or about September 1st, 2023, and ending on June 30th, 2025, at a cost not to exceed $316,250.
You've heard the reading and the title of the bills? Oh, sorry. I jumped ahead.
Bill 268, Resolution authorizing the Pittsburgh Land Bank to acquire all the city's right, title, and interest, if any, in and to the publicly owned properties in the 10th and 11th wards of the City of Pittsburgh, designated in the Deed Registry Office of Allegheny County as Block 50E, Lots 80 and 83, Block 50F, Lot 101, Block 50G, Lot 242, Block 50H, Lot 59, Block 50L, Lots 145 and 325A, and Block 50M, Lot 305, 0 Kincaid Street, 4938 Rosetta Street, 0 Hillcrest Street, 318 North Graham Street, 0 Broad Street, 5205 Gem Way, and 5466 Broad Street, Council District Number 9, at no cost to the city. Bill 269, Resolution authorizing the Pittsburgh Land Bank to acquire all the city's right, title, and interest, if any, in and to the publicly owned properties in the 13th Ward of the City of Pittsburgh, designated in the Deed Registry Office of Allegheny County as Block 125M, Lot 184, and Block 174J, Lot 28, 0 Kelly Street, Council District Number 9, at no cost to the city. Bill 290, ordinance amending the Pittsburgh City Code at Title 1, Article 9, Chapter 174, the Pittsburgh Land Bank, Section 174A.05, Board of Directors, by expanding the board to 11 board members contingent upon the City of Pittsburgh entering into an intergovernmental cooperation agreement with Allegheny County, the Pittsburgh Public School District, and the Pittsburgh Land Bank. And Bill 291, resolution authorizing the City of Pittsburgh and Urban Redevelopment Authority of Pittsburgh to enter into intergovernmental cooperation agreements with the County of Allegheny, Pittsburgh Public School District, and Pittsburgh Land Bank for the shared operation and administration of the Pittsburgh Land Bank.
Thank you. Members, you should have an amendment for Bill 290 in front of you. Some of it is technical in nature, cleaning up the bill, but then of significance to address some of the concerns that were brought up last week under Section C, number 6 specifically. Board members appointed by Allegheny County and Pittsburgh Public School District shall either be public officials or employees of their representative jurisdictions. And so first, can I have a member to actually offer up the amendment?
A motion to amend.
Thank you.
Second.
With discussion, I saw Councilwoman Gross and Councilman Smith.
So I'm just going to say that I apologize that I missed this meeting last week, but I have concerns with us increasing the land bank. First of all, I'm just not certain of the effectiveness of the land bank. Yes, we're moving properties, but we're moving them in very strategic areas and very strategic ways without having many conversations with council members, at least all council members. But the other thing that's concerning to me is that I don't know that the agreement, I just found out the agreement, the intergovernmental cooperation agreement does not come back to city council for approval. So anything could be written in this agreement and we're just signing off on it. And I think council needs to worry about council and our role in this. And I understand we want to accomplish what the administration wants to, and we want to work together, but that means council also has to have a voice in some of this stuff. And I hope that our leadership will, moving forward, make sure that we are part of the equation of some of this stuff. I do think that having 11 members, and especially when you're talking about one in the school district where there's a great relationship with the administration, and one with the county where there's a great relationship with the administration, you just tip the scales a little bit away from city council. So with me, I have some concerns with this. But I'll vote for it today, but I intend on putting something in place, amending it, so the agreement at least comes back to city council before it's finalized. And we should do that with all agreements. Thank you.
Councilwoman Gross?
Thank you. I concur with much of what Councilwoman Smith just said, and I also just wanted to thank you, Mr. President, for reflecting my concerns about who is the appointee from either the county or the school board. As I pointed out last week, that the way it was initially written, it could have been anyone on the planet that either of the bodies appointed. So at least this way, we have some accountability and responsibility, I think, for the additional members. So again, I'm grateful for the amendment. I'm supportive today, but I'm also open to further discussion about how we make sure that the land bank remains a public body where the public can know what is going on and be heard. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion on the amendment? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The bill has been amended. Any further discussion on any of the bills? If not, the bills are now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage of the bills will vote aye when their name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Would the clerk please take the roll?
Mr. Charlin?
Aye.
Mr. Coghill?
Aye.
Ms. Gross?
Aye.
Mr. Mosley?
Aye.
Mrs. Cale Smith?
Aye.
Mrs. Strasburger?
Aye.
Mrs. Warwick?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle, President?
Aye.
9 ayes.
The bills having received the legally required numbers of votes is passed finally. That takes us to motions and resolutions. Is there anything from members? If not, we do have meeting announcements. This afternoon at 1:30, council will hold a Cablecast post agenda regarding small business, which is chaired by Councilwoman Strasburger. Tomorrow, Wednesday, April 3rd at 9:30 a.m., council will hold a pre-agenda interview for Tamara Donkovich as a member of the Land Bank Board of Trustees. At 10 a.m., council will hold our regular standing committee meeting. Speaker registration will close tomorrow at 9 a.m. To register to speak at this meeting, please fill out the sign-up form or call on the council meeting webpage or call the clerk's office at 412-255-2138. And tomorrow afternoon at 1:30, council will hold an executive session on bills 216, 300, and 325 relative to litigation members. With that, we need a motion to approve the minutes and adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.